Hello everyone, Crow here, and I've been tagged by marlinlee. This is the before tag, and he actually tagged every one of his subscribers. All of them, just short of 400 of them. Might have 400 by now, but anyway, just to make this quick, since I have some time to do it, I didn't even think about these questions ahead of time. There's 4 before questions. So, first one is, what did you do before YouTube? Now I'm going to interpret that as meaning, what did I do before I really started getting into YouTube and uploading videos and watching videos and all that. And I'd have to say that there were other websites I went to, like, well, I can't really say the Classic Game Room website, because that was because I saw those Classic Game Room videos on YouTube. That's what really started getting me into YouTube, was the Classic Game Room videos. But I used to go to GameSpot. I used to love that website, but really went downhill once Jeff Gershman was let go and all those other people followed suit, like Alex Navarro and everything. But yeah, I used to go to Penny Arcade a lot. I mean, it's still a great website, but I just don't visit as much as I used to. So yeah, I'll just say I went to other websites. Second question, what did you do before the internet? Well, as I remember it, the internet started getting big around 1995 and onward. That's when you'd start seeing television commercials for movies, and then at the end of the movie it'd say, hey, see more about this movie at this website. And but even before that, there were bulletin boards, and I don't know if you'd consider that to be the internet or not. But I would suppose I'd just say that I just played a whole lot more video games back then. And I read magazines a lot more too. I used to have a lot of magazines. I buy maybe at least 2 or 3 a month, and I used to read those a lot. But now, with the internet, there's really no need to buy magazines anymore. I mean, I like the ones I still have. They're great to go back and look at, but there's really no sense in wasting $5, $10 a month on a magazine when you get all that information on the internet now. But back then it was kind of a necessity, especially if they had a guide for a game and you really were stuck on it. It also took longer to complete games back then too, because you couldn't really just look up the answers. Okay, let's third question, what did you do before computers? And that's a really, really tough question to answer. I was born in '77, so as far back, I was born just after the Atari 2600 came out, and there were computers back then at the time too. In fact, I can remember being as young as 5 and messing around on an Atari 400 8-bit computer. So I really didn't do anything before computers, because I've always been around computers, not computers that we know them today. It was never like Mac or PC or anything like that. They were just the Atari 8-bit computers and then the Commodore 64 we had. But I really haven't been around where there were no computers. So yeah, but even when I went to grade school, we had a computer lab with Apple IIe's and everything. So really can't. I have to say I really did nothing before computers, because I was not alive at the time. And what did you do before video games? And again, I was around while computers were around, and the Atari 2600. So I guess I could answer this by saying, what did I do other than video games at the time? Because there really weren't that many video games. Now I can spend almost all my time on video, all my free time, basically, because I don't have as much free time as I used to. But I used to play board games, like Monopoly. It was a favorite of mine. I remember getting Monopoly when I was around 6 or 7 for my grandma, the 20th anniversary edition. I think it was maybe 25th anniversary edition, with gold-plated cars and wood houses. So yeah, we played that a lot. Watched movies, So that's pretty much what I did. Not necessarily before video games, but if I was bored of the Atari 2600 video games that we had. And now that was the last question, and I'm not going to tag anybody because Marlin Lee did tag all of his subscribers. But if you are interested in participating in this tag, I recommend going over to Marlin Lee's channel, subscribing to him, and then answering the tag. And even if you don't want to answer the tag and you haven't heard of Marlin Lee, visit his channel. I'll put a link in the description box. Very awesome channel. And let it be at that. Thanks everybody for watching. See you next time. Bye.
I've got Lieutenant Kane, sir.
Oh, let me talk to that little bitch.